Greetings, Toyota fans. Nelson Gaspar here for Nelson Gaspar Drives. Now, the Highlander continues to be the #1 selling three-row SUV in all of Canada. And to be able to keep on top of that heap, they've introduced two really exciting changes for the 2021 model year. And I'm going to talk to you about those right now. Now, this isn't going to be a full review. I did that for the 2020 Highlander, and you can click on the links here just above me. I think it's going to show up, and it'll take you to that full review. I just want to really focus on the main differences and the new things that have come out here for 2021. And the first thing is there's a brand new model, the 2021 Highlander XSE. Now, we have XSE models with a lot of our other Toyotas, and they're always the sportiest or the most bold looking of the Toyotas. Give it a little extra style infusion. And that's exactly what this one is here. So along the front of the vehicle, you have a front fascia that's completely different from the regular Highlander. It's got a sport grille, and they have this really cool lower chin spoiler that looks very, very aggressive. The LED headlights have a black smoked out bezel on the inside that gives them a really aggressive and sporty look. We have these 20-inch wheels with the unique alloy. The bold and sporty appearance continues on the rear of the vehicle as it has a sport rear bumper with this diffuser, and it's the only Highlander to have visible exhaust with twin tailpipes. So the bold theme continues on the inside. Equal and matches, I would say, how sporty and bold the outside looks. And this has the option for the cockpit red interior. I think on this blueprint color with these red combination seats, it looks fantastic with all the red stitching on the dash elements here. And you have a little bit more technical looking carbon fiber like trim. You do get the wireless car charger that normally you would have to find on the limited and platinum trims. And the seating is different. So this has the 7-passenger seating, the 2 captain's chairs in the second row, which again, you would normally only get on the Ultra Deluxe Platinum model. This gives you the seating of the more advanced model at a more affordable price. So let's go for a drive. There are a few differences here with the XSE. It actually has a different all-wheel drive system than most of the other Highlanders. It has the dynamic torque vectoring all-wheel drive, which this car has the limited and the platinum trim. And these wider 20-inch tires and this sport tuned suspension does make turning and making those kinds of maneuvers a little more lively in this Highlander. If I take this at a little bit more of a speed, it gives me a flatter turn. It's more enjoyable and just gives me a little bit more of that sporty flavor that I'm looking for in this car. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that there were two changes to the 2021 Highlander. One, of course, was this XSE model. But the second change that's standard in every single 2021 Highlander is the new Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 Plus. It's an enhancement to the already amazing suite of safety features that's standard in every single Highlander. And this technology is made up of a few different components. The first is what's called intersection support. So if I'm making a left-hand turn at a traffic light and I attempt to make the turn and there's an oncoming vehicle, the car will warn me that I'm going to be getting into a collision. And if I don't react fast enough, in some cases it'll actually apply the brakes to give me an emergency stop and avoid the collision. Second component in that is oncoming pedestrian support. So if I'm making a left or a right-hand turn and there's an oncoming pedestrian, again, that I fail to notice, the car will warn me I'm going to get into a collision with them. And again, if I don't react fast enough, it will make an emergency brake in certain conditions. And that makes turning at intersections a lot safer. Another component of the system is emergency steering assist. So if I'm driving down a road where there's a bunch of parked cars on my right-hand side, and perhaps a pedestrian walks out from between those vehicles, this vehicle will actually give me an emergency steering assist to avoid hitting that pedestrian. As well, it's a pretty smart system in that it analyzes oncoming traffic, so it won't do that emergency maneuver if there's oncoming traffic that I'd be turning into. So thankfully, Toyota made the vehicle a little smart. And the last component of Safety Sense 2.5 Plus is curve speed management. So the Highlander's looking down the highway, detecting approaching curves. And if I'm driving at a speed that's too fast to make and negotiate that turn safely, the Highlander will automatically slow me down as I approach that curve so I can make that maneuver in the safest way possible. And then when I come out of it, it'll resume me back to the speed that I was set at previously on the cruise control. And that's pretty smart. This is a great vehicle. Kudos on Toyota for making a sporty, bold model. And I think that's what makes the Highlander so successful. You know, if I want something that's sportier and more bold, you know, it really differentiates it from the crowd, because let's face it, a lot of vehicles in this class look pretty much the same, but this one really is distinctive. So if I'm looking to show off my style and have something more bold, I have it in this Toyota XSE Highlander. Well, that about wraps things up for now. Thanks for watching this What's New for the 2021 Highlander. And I think the reason why the Highlander is the #1 selling three-row SUV in Canada is that it has so much variety. You got a regular one, you got hybrid ones, and now you got this amazing, bold and sporty XSE model. But don't just take my word for it. Come check out this vehicle. Give me a call at the information below here, and I'd be happy to show the right Highlander for you. This is Nelson Gaspar, and I approve of this message. Later.